Ah, what a beautiful time to be out riding the bike, right in the middle of nature, out on the open road, on the back roads. Ah, look at this, absolutely fantastic. RevelatorAlf. I mean, just look at that. Amazing. Right, what's the purpose of this video? Well, I'm going to tell you. I love getting out into the countryside, obviously on the back roads, and getting into nature, as most of us bikers do, of course. But I got to thinking a while ago, after reading an article about the environmental credentials of motorcycles, and are they good for the environment? Now, if you speak to the green lobby, they'll say no, because it's an internal combustion engine and nothing's good for the environment and everything. Personally, I think they are very good for the environment because they're traffic congestion easing. You know, you can just minimize your time on the road because you can just get through traffic a lot easier. And you know, I'm doing 50 miles to the gallon, for over 50 miles to the gallon on this bike now, so I mean, that's pretty good. That's comparable to some of the best you know, modern car engines these days, you know, the smaller cars as well. So I think that personally are good for the environment. Yes, they are still, you know, knocking out the CO2 emissions, but, you know, in general terms, I think they're really good. Certainly better than cars, you know, when you consider traffic congestion, pollution, especially city pollution as well. But are they good for the environment? Do they have good eco credentials? Well, I wonder about this actually, because even if you think about modern cars, you talk about, you know, are they hybrids or are they electric vehicles? You know, Harley are just coming out with a new electric bike, the Livewire. There are lots of electric motorcycles, but are they, you know, do they have good eco credentials? Well, I think it really depends on how they've been produced as well. You know, they might be good for the environment once you're running them, but were they good for the environment to produce them? And that's been asked quite a few times of many other vehicles that have been produced that have great eco credentials in the inverted commas as well. Personally, I think all bikes are good for the environment. Or, put it this way, they're the best vehicle for you know, getting the economy moving and also having the minimal impact on the environment. And you know, with decent carbon offsetting, you know, you can easily minimize the impact of motorcycles more so than cars, I believe. And look, I'm a great believer of, you know, getting out into the countryside, getting out into the environment, protecting the environment. You know, you know, I embrace the environment, but I'm not an environmentalist. I don't believe in, you know, environment at all costs. I believe there has to be, you know, a relationship between us, between mobility, whatever mobility that is, and also protecting the environment as well. But anyway, let me know what you think as well. Let me know about motorcycling and the environment. Do you think there is a relationship there? Do you think there is, you know, better to be on a motorcycle than in a car? Obviously, you've got electric vehicles now. You know, do you think they're still too expensive now for what they are? And also the range, you've got to think of the range on those things. You know, are they practical for everyday mobility now? Because no matter what we think about, you know, protecting the environment, we've got to be practical about these things as well. You know, there's got to be a happy medium. So, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Anyway, I'm going to hit more of these back roads because they're fantastic, and just immerse myself in the trees a little bit more, which is always nice, isn't it? And catch you on the next video, whenever that is. Like, share, all that kind of good stuff. Bit of a philosophical question this morning, I know. And check out the website RevelatorAlf.com, and I'll catch you on the next video, whenever that is. Ta-da now.